Yeah.
I got evicted because my house got broken into and a motherfucker shot through my window and I didn't call the cops. Like, and that's a whole nother story in itself. But I literally got evicted because, long story short, motherfuckers broke into my crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Had my mans at gunpoint, literally woke me up. I'm waking up, motherfuckers are shaking me, and I end up hitting the floor, but I'm asleep. So when I hit the floor, my head bounced off the ground. I'm like,
what's
fuck?
going on?
I'm waking up in a daze, bro. But as I'm waking up, I'm in the air. Somebody's slamming me. I ain't gonna lie. Feel me? Boom, I hit the bed. So when I hit the bed, I just start kicking. I kicked the shit out. Whoever the fuck this was, I kicked the shit out. And all I heard was, yo, blast that nigga. And in my head, the way I was laying down, my man was at the entrance of the doorway. He getting held at gunpoint. I'm laying down like we would be parallel to each other. But he's laying out the door because he was sleep on the floor. Shout out to my son Scotty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was sleep on the floor. They had the nigga at gunpoint. I would be on to the right. The nigga goes blast that nigga. I see the nigga like move his arm this way, but I thought I was dreaming, bro. This all happened in a split second. And instead of jumping up to try to fight the nigga that had tackled me back on the bed that I had just kicked, my instant reaction was to roll because I saw him pull his arm out as soon as he said that. And then I see the flash. I'm like, nah. Then it hit me like, I immediately woke up as I rolled over, hit the ground, and I'm like, yo, this is real? I mean, this is real. I'm like, nah, what the fuck?
Nigga swung his body.
So you know how you move in your dreams, you like, you just play dead? I'm like, nigga, I'm playing dead. You feel me? Fuck that. So I'm just sitting there for like 3 seconds go by, and I'm like, and I don't hear, all I hear is like footsteps. 3 seconds go by, I hear the footsteps. I'm like, yo, Scott. He like, yo. I'm like, yo, that was real? He like, yo, bro, I swear to God, that was real. I'm like, get the fuck out. He's right under where the lights is at, you feel me? So he just reach up, hit the light. And I look at him, he look at me, we get up. I'm like, we look to the left, there's a bullet hole right through the window. I'm like, nah, that was dead real.
I remember that.
Mind you, as we're saying this, we still hear niggas running. And you hear the car kick on, all that. You hear, niggas peel off. I'm like, nah, there's no way. So we go downstairs. We nigga, mind you, my roommate was in the other room, singing J.O.
Yeah.
J.O. and his shorty.
That's
so
a fact. That's a fact.
We go wake him up. I'm like, yo, bro, y'all heard that nigga? These niggas is in a corner behind the door like this, thinking nigga, my man was just ready. He was ready for whatever was coming through that door because he knew it was bad timing.
Yeah, he already
you feel me?
did,
But
yeah.
whoever broke in knew that they was coming to my room. You feel me? So yeah, the nigga, he like, yo, bro, we heard the whole shit, but we didn't know what was going on, and he was like, nigga, we ain't had nothing, so what we gonna do? Run in there? Like, we could hear the nigga was talking crazy. He was talking about, shoot these niggas if they move funny. So whatever. Nigga, we end up sleeping off the rest of the night. Like, yo, fuck that. We don't know what it was. We went to go check. We see niggas broken through the basement, ran upstairs, all that shit. And I mean, at the time, you feel me? Niggas was doing a little thing with the weed and shit. This is like 2013.
That was definitely
yeah, it was 2013, right after high school.
Yep, that was definitely right after high school.
And I remember I'm sitting there like, yo, that really just happened. Cool. The next day, you feel me? We don't call the cops enough. We all just go to sleep. Like, fuck, we charge it to the game. Nobody got robbed. That's what was crazy shit is. Nothing got stolen. They jumped in through a window, landed on top of a laptop and a PS3 or 4 at the time. I don't even remember. They landed on that shit and kept it pushing. And the crazy shit is, nigga, there was literally like 1,500 in singles that looked like a lot more. Like, you know, 1,500 in singles is gonna look a lot of fucking money. There was 1,500 in single right next to my man's, but it was dark in the room. They wasn't even focused on that. They thought he was gonna catch some crazy shit. You feel me? So for whatever reason, and they panicked. As soon as the nigga shot, they panicked and took off. They realized like, oh, we dragged it. Like, this was not part of the plan. Abort mission. Niggas was like, we might just clap and say. And the way I got up and rolled, it probably looked like I got shot. Especially because he shot right through. Like, when I got up, it was some divine intervention shit, bro. Like, I swear to you, the bullet was like, the trajectory was like, yo, dogs, you would have got hit if I would have stood up. Like, for sure. Especially if I would have stood up and turned square, I would have definitely got hit. So, we, like I said, we go to sleep, wake up, like 1 p.m. the next day. Mind you, we're in the suburbs. We in Bergenfield, New Jersey. Like, the suburbs of the suburbs.
I know the cops pull up.
And my room window, the one that got shot, was right in the front of the house. So if you drive by my house, you're going to see the bullet hole in the window. So cool. 1 p.m. comes, knock at the door. I'm like, oh, shit, what's this? You know what I mean? I already know the knock, too. It was a little more aggressive. I just don't want to bang on his tail.
It's like, nah, this is not my next tat appointment.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, this is not my next tat.
I open the door. As soon as I open the door, detectives. I'm like, close it. He's like, yeah, we got to talk to you or we're going to have to get a warrant and kick this shit in. I'm like, a warrant? I'm like, nigga, I'm a victim. They're like, well, explain to us what's going on, because I know you clearly know what's going on. We don't. We just see a bullet hole in your window. So I explained to him. I'm like, man, we got broken into yesterday. Motherfuckers jumped in through the window, came upstairs, and they had my mans, nigga shot through the shit, and that's all I know. You feel me? Like, I don't know who it was, what it was. That's just what happened. You feel me? And he was like, okay. So you expect us to believe that a nigga broke into your crib, came upstairs with 2 other people, shot at you, ran out, and you didn't call the cops? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, exactly. He was like, okay, so look, this is what it sounds like to us. He's like, it sounds like to us one of y'all was fucking around with a gun in here and you accidentally shot it and you're trying to cover it up with this story and that's why you didn't call the police. Because if somebody breaks into my house and shoots at me, I'm gonna call the police. I'm like, yeah, it's a bad story. You got a good point. I literally looked at him. I was like, you do got a good point, gang. He was like, so you're either hiding something as to why you got, as to why somebody broke in, or you guys got a gun in hand, y'all playing with it. So either way, you're gonna either get a consent to search, or we're just gonna wait outside till we get the warrant from the judge printed out. I'm like, cool. So in the meantime,
you had the weed in the car.
But mind you, as this is happening though, you feel me? Is mad niggas. I used to always keep mad niggas at the crib for reasons like this, just to always be on 50 with whatever's going on. I ended up, like, my man's already knew the cue. Shout out to Scotty. Scotty jumped in the closet, grabbed a book bag full of shit. Mind you, he like 16 at the time, because I'm like 19, you feel me? Nigga, he living with me. He literally dropped out. He living with me. We thugging. We just, you know what I'm saying, doing our thing. So the nigga, he threw the book bag on, and he takes the fuck off. Like, soon as they came knocking, he jumped out the side window and like literally ran, because there was like a little forest patch behind him.
Like, yep, right where you were, right by the court, right by the,
yeah. So it's like a little forest. Somehow he jumps in there and starts running. And these niggas don't pay him no mind because they're not coming there with a warrant. So it's not like they surround the house and do none of that extra shit. They don't have a warrant. So they just literally came on some like wellness check, like what the fuck is that? So whatever. Sky ends up taking off. So I'm panicking though, but he had the book bag, had everything in it. It wasn't even a lot of shit in there. It was probably like a half a pound of weed or some bullshit, some scales, Ziploc, shit like that, and a little bit of money. There was no more than like $2,500 in the house, including $1,500 in singles that looked like $50,000.
Like a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a lot because it's singles. So they end up searching this motherfucker, man. They looking for bullets. They looking for everything. Like they searching the shit out this car. But mind you, they can't go in there look. If they find weed, I didn't know this till later on. If they would have found weed or some shit, they can't do nothing about it. That's not what they're looking for.
Okay.
Right. And but they could have easily went and got another warrant for it. But like had they had a physical warrant for just the gun, nothing else in that house would have mattered. They would have had to file charges for some other shit and come back, and that would have been a whole different situation.
But that's not the point.